We have some breaking news as the Celtics have declined, yes, declined Neemias Queta's team option, but do not fear, he will still be staying with the Celtics as they are looking to get a long-term deal done with this center. What could that mean for Neemias Queta, and what does that mean for the Boston Celtics, who are still going for that Banner 19 next year after winning Banner 18 this year? We'll be diving into all of this and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Velez. You guys have been absolutely crushing it, already showing love on the Sam Hauser news today. If you do enjoy the content, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We do appreciate it over here on Celtics Digest. Without further ado, though, let's dive into the topic at hand. Make sure to grab a snack. And like I said in the introduction, yes, the Celtics did decline Neemias Queta's team option. His $2.2 million option will not be accepted as per sources, per Adams Himmelbach, the Celtics have declined Neemias Queta's team option, creating an opening for Queta to later agree to a multi-year deal with Boston in free agency. Now, that might sound like a little bit of a heart wrench for Celtics fans, including myself, who have been hyping up Neemias Queta, believing that he can be that second center for us in the future. But when you read the second part of the sentence, looking to later agree to a multi-year deal with Boston, this makes me ecstatic. If we look at this tweet from Jack Simone, kind of piggybacking on top of it, he says that the Celtics want to keep Neemias Queta around. So what would that mean for this young center? As we all know, let's look at Neemias Queta's stats. We saw him this season average 5.5 points, 4.4 rebounds, 0.8 blocks, and 0.5 steals on 64% shooting from the field, with 70% of his twos being assisted. The 7-foot center is still young at age at 24 and was a runner-up for G League MVP just a couple seasons ago. He arrived on a two-way contract and seemingly blossomed with this Celtics squad when he was needed in that Western Conference road trip. When the Celtics went into Los Angeles, he started, put up two double-doubles in those games with no Kristaps Porziņģis and no Luke Kornet, and looked like he could be a stable part of this franchise for the future. We did see some glaring issues in Neemias Queta's game, though. His ability to, not really finish at the rim perfectly, his lateral quickness not being the best, and on the pick and roll, him just getting abused by other opposers. So there were some things to work on, but it looked like the Celtics had found a diamond in the rough with Neemias Queta. Unfortunately for Neemias Queta, after that big stint, he never really got that much love, never got that much shine. Luke Kornet took over. The Celtics went and acquired Xavier Tillman. They put him over Queta in the rotation, and Queta was more necessarily used as a third big. But then Queta had some rising fun in the G League alongside Jordan Walsh, J.D. Davidson, DJ Wagner, Drew Peterson, and a bunch of other players who brought this Celtics team to the G League Finals. Now, Neemias Queta unfortunately was feeling under the weather during that contest, but still went at it. And even though the Celtics came up short, he still looked to be a bright young piece. And as we've looked and talked about this Celtics salary cap, that is a key to have these young, exciting, enticing young players under this roster for a majority of our time, especially with us being in the second apron and being so salary strapped. We already signed Jaylen Brown to that $50 million extension, and that is coming up. We obviously know that Jrue Holiday and Kristaps Porziņģis signed their extensions last season, and Derrick White and Jayson Tatum are looking to sign their extensions this year. We already saw the Celtics say that Al Horford's coming back, Peyton Pritchard's going to remain on the roster, and even Sam Hauser got his team option picked up this morning as well. So if you guys missed that, you guys can check that out. But as we all know, the Celtics' big question in this offseason is who's going to be that backup big. We all know Kristaps Porziņģis is having some injury concerns, is going to be out for the foreseeable start of the season, out at least 5 to 6 months. Won't see him back to November, December. And Al Horford is going to continue to get older and older in age. So with the Celtics having Luke Kornet and Xavier Tillman both entering free agency, both looking like guys that could possibly get bigger deals and only possibly bringing one back, you would think the Celtics would want to keep Neemias Queta long term and pick up that team option for a cheap deal. But what this screams to me is that Neemias Queta might be even getting a bigger shot than some of us expected. And that kind of dives into the next part into what this kind of means. When we obviously look at this and read this tweet at full glance, we see that they later want to agree to a multi-year deal with him with Boston in free agency. That shows to me that Boston sees some signs in Neemias Queta that they believe in, and Neemias also believes that staying in Boston is the best decision for him as well. I truly think that Neemias Queta can become this Rob Williams-esque replacement. Maybe not to the degree or effect of Robert Williams, but to the same kind of abilities of him. He can be a rim runner, can be a lob threat, can be a shot blocker, can be a rim protector, and realistically be that high energy offensive rebounding big that the Celtics desperately need. Especially with Porziņģis being out, you're going to need those offensive rebounds, and I think a guy like Neemias Queta can kind of take over and translate into that role. Now, obviously, depending on if Tillman, Cornette, if both of them come back, we'll have to wait and see. But with seeing them working on a multi-year deal contract for Neemias Queta, that kind of tells to me the Celtics have an idea that they're only going to be able to bring back either one of Luke Cornette or Xavier Tillman back, which we've kind of speculated. And depending on who they want to bring back, they definitely want to make sure that they have Neemias Queta locked up on the long term on a cheaper end contract, similar to what they did with Peyton Pritchard last offseason, and similar to what they could be looking to do with Sam Hauser this offseason as well, to make sure that they have these young guys on cost affordable contracts, but also tradable contracts for the near future. Like we mentioned, this Celtics team is strapped in the salary cap, and if some of these guys don't pan out, the Celtics might want to look to flip them for a better, different role. If some of these guys also command more money in free agency, want a bigger role, and want out, Boston will do them right in trading them for another player and getting some pieces in return. So ultimately, having Queta, having Hauser, having all of these young guys who are, managerially trying to work their way up in this rotation, trying to be replacements for some of these guys, I think it's smart for the Celtics to lock them up a long term and have them on cost efficient deals so that they can be very, very excited and be very, very ready to kind of step in and translate. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. How do you guys feel about this move? To me, it honestly screams that Neemias Queta will be back even on more insurance, and it's going to be even better to see him getting those opportunities. And I think with them extending him to a multi-year deal, that kind of shows about us as Celtics fans that he's definitely going to be that third center for sure, if not possible backup center, and might get some light, might get some run, and especially with him growing with this team throughout the entire offseason and being with them last year and going through the G League and kind of going up and down. He knows Celtic culture. He knows what Joe Mazzulla wants. He knows what the G League team wants. He knows what it means to be a Boston Celtic on both ends, on both sides, basically, with the G League and the regular team. So ultimately, it will unlock him, make him, I think, push harder, and I truly think we're going to see an emergence of Neemias Queta this season. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. But as we all know, before we head out, we have to get to the comment of the day. So drop down your thoughts, drop down your feelings, drop down what you guys ultimately think on the Boston Celtics performing this move on Neemias Queta, and you could be featured for the comment of the day. Today's comment of the day is going out to oh, Russell Kierstad 8095, saying, "Great news. Hauser's a keeper. I was very impressed with his defensive in the finals against Luka. The Celtics are looking like a juggernaut in the foreseeable future." And exactly those are the things that I love about Sam Hauser, keeping him long term, trying to work to this nice little team friendly extension for him and for the Celtics, I think will be great for both parties. And ultimately, I think having a guy in Sam Hauser locked down for the future is key for the Boston Celtics' success. I think knocking down Neemias Queta is good as well. And let me know what you guys think down below, like I mentioned. If you guys have been showing so much support, so much fantastic, just like, comment, subscribe, that you guys have been taking this channel to the moon since the finals have happened. So I want to say shout out to you guys. You really do appreciate it. But if you want to make sure you stay up to date and stay tuned on everything, like I mentioned, this news just got announced. We're having it drop ASAP. So that's what we're doing here. If you want the news fast, ready to go, everything about the Celtics team, even the little tidbits of information like Neemias Queta contract, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to stay tuned on Celtics Digest. Check the links down below. Follow us on Twitter. Check us out in the live streams. Check us out on Discord. We really do appreciate it. Once again, I'm Bruce Veliz. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Celtics Digest. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day. And go Boston Celtics.